now. I believe. Let me just quickly open YouTube on my phone so I can अच्छे से make sure that YouTube's working. And in the meanwhile, कोई भी questions है, कुछ जानना है, about today, about the markets, about technicals, whatever it is, please let me know, because the more we engage during the stream, the more engaging and fun it'll be. So let's keep that in mind. Nifty is basically a mutual fund, no Parth. Nifty is an index. I'll tell you the difference. So you're not wrong. I'll tell you where you are right and where you are not completely correct. I'll just have to open. Where's my this thing, yaar? Epic pen. Yeah, so this is Nifty Tuesday है आज, and we have live streams every Tuesday and every Thursday. So आज हम लोग देखेंगे Nifty overall कैसा लग रहा है. I'll just make sure that my voice is audible. Yes, it's audible. Yeah. So we'll just see exactly क्या हो रहा है. Of course, Nifty made an all-time high today also. कल भी ATH बनाया, आज एक और ATH बनाया around 680 as we can see here, and then वहां से वो नीचे आ रहा है. If you see though, अगर हम देखते हैं तो despite coming down, it is still trading above yesterday's high, which is a good sign. So let's see. Picture might not be over just yet. अगर overall analysis करते हैं, then I'd like to analyze starting from yesterday. Reason being that we've followed the price action practically, I think, till here, because नहीं, ये वाला कवर किया था हम लोग ने, यहाँ पे शॉर्ट कवरिंग हुई थी. And after that, what we can see is prices moved a little sideways on Friday. उसके बाद मंडे को हम लोग ने क्या देखा? We saw retest of these lower levels यहाँ पे, and then throughout Monday, then we saw a slow gradual climb. Now many people attribute this to Reliance, क्योंकि Reliance was actually the top gainer yesterday. So we will talk about all of that. हम लोग बात करते हैं कि Reliance कैसा कर रहा है and what the other stocks are doing. But for now, what is important is कि Nifty एक all time high पे है, और अगर हम लोग previous all time high compare करें, then this is the level. अगर हम उसके पहले का all time high compare करें, then I believe it was around 608, which happens to be somewhere around here. So we can see दोनों all time high के ऊपर अभी trade कर रहा है, and that might be a bullish sign. So basically, as long as 18600 is held strongly, I feel it's a bullish sign for Nifty. If in case we break 18600, then abhi to aisa lag raha hai that maybe this level right here around 540 might be a good support for Nifty. Agar wo bhi break hota hai, maybe somewhere around 460 or so, and then we can figure out how it might move after that. अगर आर्ली चार्ट की बात करते हैं, just to understand what the sentiment has been so far, हम लोग देख सकते हैं that in a way, I'm not sure how many of us use RSI, but RSI हमें एक divergence दिखा रहा है. What that means is that price is going higher. So price going higher का मतलब the momentum that is there. I'm going a little fast here, so please bear with me. Generally मैं थोड़ा सा slow जाता हूँ, but today I want to talk about as much as I can. So momentum यहाँ पे बढ़ रहा है because we can see Nifty is trying to go up and it is able to go up. However, RSI, which is actually the indicator of momentum itself, वो बता रहा है कि Nifty has in a way slowed down. So that means कि there is an RSI divergence here, and typically what these divergences say is कि शायद अभी Nifty थोड़ा सा slow down हो सकता है. So अगर वो होता है, दो लेवल्स हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. पहला वाला तो यही है जो हम लोग ने अभी भी बात की थी 5 मिनट पे, दैट 18540 और सो. द वन आफ्टर दैट probably more likely is around 18440. so many people have this question कि क्या हमें बाय करना चाहिए ये लेवल्स पे, क्या हमें नहीं करना चाहिए. what should we do at such levels, not just for intraday call put, not just for swing positional, but also for investing. Well, the market right now is in an uptrend. Clearly we've sort of proven that, given कि यहाँ पे भी वो नीचे गया था, वो फिर भी वो sort of recover कर पाया है in practically half the time it took to fall down. So it clearly shows that there is a strong presence of the bulls. But that being said, generally जब भी ऐसे all time high पे आता है, it does do a retracement of around 5% ish. So I'd say 2 to 5% minimum is quite likely from here, and that is generally when I personally end up buying. So not financial advice, not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying कि generally मेरी thought process कुछ ऐसी रहती है. So let's say from here अगर हम लोग देखते हैं prices come down maybe to 18,200, maybe to 18,120, which is around a 500 point drop. My calculator is not here, so I have to use my phone. Let's do 18,000, 18,120 मान लेते हैं. 18,120 divided by 18,600 and minus 1, we get 2.58. So मान लेते हैं 2.58% नीचे आता है निफ्टी, then it would come around here. So that is when I'd look to buy. And what will I look to buy? I look to buy either Nifty directly, or I can buy some good stocks in Nifty that appear at good levels, maybe Infosys, maybe HDFC Bank, and so on. So reason why मैं ये सब बोल रहा हूँ आपको is because I know this is a question in everyone's mind. Not just कि अभी intraday क्या हो रहा है, but also कि exactly what to do now that Nifty is at a high. Turn intraday levels पे हम ये देख रहे हैं, and that I think is an important level, and after that maybe this one. So that's Nifty's view. Quickly, I'll do a Bank Nifty view also, then we'll come back to the chat and then we'll come back to your questions. बैंक निफ्टी पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं that most of the gains for the day have been erased. अगर मैं daily chart दिखाता हूँ, then you can see in fact daily chart पे even though Nifty was able to make a fresh all-time high, Bank Nifty was not. In fact, Bank Nifty थोड़ा already range bound जैसा हो गया है, which means that maybe the same amount of bullishness that we saw for Nifty is probably not what we're seeing for Bank Nifty as well. And here again, you can see that RSI in this case is straight away just moving downwards, or ये भी ठीक है, it's not technically a higher high either. So momentum definitely has slowed down, and that also says कि शायद seriously Reliance was one of the key factors in bringing the market up. अगर हम लोग intraday chart की बात करें, then यहाँ पर what we can see is कि it is at 43,060, and आज सुबह को it sort of retested 43k as a level. Mouse पे जाता हूँ and I'll just show you. So the low for today is 42,995 और वहां से ऊपर का है. So let's see if 43,000 as a level is held. If not, अगर 43,000 तोड़ देता है, then maybe we might be trying to settle around this region, which is 42,850. So this is my intraday view and overall general view on the market. Now let's come back to some specific questions. Nifty is basically MF. So Parth, Nifty as an index. What do I mean by that? अभी मान लेते हैं that we have 5 stocks: Reliance, Infosys, HDFC, we can say TCS, and let's say L&T. We've got these 5 stocks. अभी मैं क्या कहता हूँ, मैं ये 5 stocks का एक basket बनाता हूँ. Okay, we make a basket of these 5 stocks. We say RIHTL. Correct? 5 stocks ka basket. And let's say that these 5 stocks are the best sort of representation of the market as a whole. Hypothetical example hai, but this is exactly what Nifty does. Except ये 5 stocks के selection पे थोड़ा सा difference होता है. So ये 5 stocks के ऊपर और नीचे जाने से we can understand market as a whole क्या कर रहा है. So one thing you can do is that you can trade this basket अपने आप में. How do you do that? The easiest and the most common method is futures and options. So futures and options लोग trade करते हैं. Let's say someone wants to instead invest. What you can also do is you can look at ETFs. Now you said mutual fund hai. Where is your question? Nifty is basically MF. So the MF bit comes in here because ETFs are basically mutual funds that are managed passively and that are traded on the stock exchange. You can also go for traditional mutual funds that track Nifty, but generally for this people tend to prefer these sort of listed funds. So वो एक चीज कर सकते हो, and this is how it would typically work. So it is not exactly a mutual fund, it is an index, और ये index के ऊपर MFs बनते हैं. So you can think of it like that. The same thing holds true for Bank Nifty. Same thing holds true for Sensex. Same thing holds true for S&P 500. So you must have seen SPY, SPX. These are all mutual funds of S&P 500. Nasdaq 100, it is an index, but Nasdaq 100 के ETFs भी है, which are mutual funds. So that is the this thing. Can you give insight into Wipro and PNB? Akash will take up stock specific questions towards the end if that's fine. What is Bank Nifty? So मैंने जो अभी ये basket की बात की ना, right? We spoke about some baskets here. I'm not sure if the history will remember. मेरे undo करते जा रहा हूँ. I'm not, no, it won't remember. But that basket that I spoke about, अब मान लेते हैं ये बास्केट के अंदर we just chose banking stocks. Maybe we chose Axis, HDFC, Kotak डाला, ICIC भी डाला, and all of these we add in that basket. Then this basket will be Bank Nifty. And this is also traded in the same way. So either you can do futures and options on it, or आप कर सकते हो इस पे भी ETFs or MFs. So this is how Bank Nifty works. Basically, it's a representation of the banking sector. Banking sector के अंदर भी दो sector है, correct? Banking है, which is basically Bank Nifty. इसके अंदर है private banks like ICICI and all, and PSU banks like SBI. So ये भी दो distinctions होते हैं, and accordingly there are bifurcations. So that's how it works. Will Nifty hit 19K by the year end? I feel it's a very real possibility. In fact, ये question I think पिछले 2-3 हफ्ते से आ रहा है, and you know we've been talking about this question for quite a while now. Basically यहाँ से हम लोग बात करते आ रहे हैं 19K की, and I feel it's a possibility, especially that it's just what 2% away. So yeah, it's very likely that we see 19K being hit. 20K is a different thing. 20,000 I don't think हो पाएगा, but 19K it's very likely. Yeah, 400 points more. Do you use price action or indicators for analysis? Both. So Sumit, I always say that both are important. As long as you understand what your purpose of your analysis is. बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं कि उनके हिसाब से सिर्फ price action is God. That's fine. If that's what works for them, well and good. I'm no one to say कि ये नहीं काम करता. But for most of the people, to understand that price action better, to understand exactly what price is doing, exactly where the supports and resistances are, it helps in having some indicators. So whether you use moving averages, जो मैंने यहाँ पे डाले, or whether you use RSI, which was already there on the chart, or whether you use something else entirely, whatever you want to use, it's fine. Pivot points, Bollinger Bands, or if you don't want to use anything, that's also fine. But it should help you in your analysis. Indicators typically help you in understanding that price action better. So हम लोग ने 1 hour चार्ट पे निफ्टी पे कैसे कहा कि यहाँ पे प्राइस इज गोइंग अप, द ब्लैक इंक, price is going up. We said momentum is going up, but we saw RSI stagnating, which means ki there is something that is limiting Nifty. Now, if I had just seen this, I'm sure there is a way of saying ki acha nahi, it is topping out. But theek hai, I mean, this helps you look at the same thing. So yeah, that's my view on the whole indicators versus price action debate. By slowdown, you mean prices will stay stagnant for a while? Yes. So when I say slowdown, I'm saying either यहाँ पे ऊपर जाना बंद कर देगा और साइडवेज जाएगा या थोड़ा सा नीचे जाएगा, या फिर ऊपर जाना एकदम स्लो डाउन कर लेगा, which means it will sort of plateau. And that would be my best view of sorts for what can happen. Of course this can be disproven also. हम लोग इनफैक्ट ऐसा भी देख सकते हैं कि बाय दिस थर्सडे इटसेल्फ, जब ये एक्सपायरी होती है, मे बी बाय दिस थर्सडे इटसेल्फ वी सी 19,000. दैट्स आल्सो पॉसिबिलिटी, बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि बेस्ड ऑन द formation so far, it is likely that we see a slowdown. So always remember, just because something appears to be that way doesn't mean it will actually be that way. Do you use normal RSI or stochastic? I use normal RSI, and these are the settings of my RSI. If you want to replicate them or something, these are the settings. Main is 60, 50 and 40. Nothing else. Input is this, and I hope this sort of helps you out. Please explain the difference between Bank Nifty and Nifty. So Gayatri, Nifty is for the top 50 stocks. Top 50 stocks. of market is Nifty 50. And then we have Bank Nifty, which is top banking stocks is Bank Nifty. ऐसा हमारा एक और है फिन निफ्टी नाम का. फिन निफ्टी इज व्हाट फॉर BFSI stocks, but generally ये वाला फिन निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी ends up moving in the same way. So वैसा है. एंड उसमें भी एक और चीज है. If you see Nifty's components, if you see Nifty 50 में there is around a 42 or a 43% composition of BFSI stocks. So Bank Nifty and Nifty also tend to move in a very similar fashion generally, क्योंकि HDFC है और सब है. Yeah, I can give levels. I'll give those in some time to confirm the price action use indicators. Yeah, that's fine. See, as long as it works for you, that's the only thing that matters. बात ऐसी है कि this is such a subjective thing that as long as you are comfortable, as long as you are feeling some conviction, तो ठीक है. No one else's opinion should matter, not even mine. If someone feels कि indicators are absolutely wrong, maybe that's how it works for them. But the problem I have is when they say कि सभी के लिए खराब है, because you can't say blanket statements like that. That's where my main sort of gripe comes in. So is FinNifty for fintech companies? No, it's not for fintech companies. It is for finance companies. So all the BFSI companies, banking, financial services and all of them, including insurance and such. So that is how FinNifty is made. It's not a very liquid instrument. देखते हैं चलो अगर FinNifty futures. Yeah, you can see it's practically the same movement as Bank Nifty. It's just a little choppy and volatile. And 5-minute chart pe you can see how it's pretty wild. So yeah, it's there. ठीक है, we introduce किया है तो किया है. It's not a very pleasant instrument to trade though. So if you are a beginner especially, then avoid at all costs, I'd say. Nifty Bank Nifty itne stocks hai. Why all railway stocks have been rallying up, I'm not sure. Maybe there's something fundamental that they are expecting in the budget, or maybe that announcement has already been made. Somesh, unfortunately, I haven't been following the news that much these past few weeks because of my exam. But now that I'm finally done with it, I have time to follow it. So hopefully next week, if you ask a similar question, I should have a better reply. Yeah, we can look at some stocks though, of course. किसी का stock specific भी था. I think किसी ने Wipro और PNB पूछा था. So we'll look at that. IRCT is not doing well. ठीक है, maybe some other those railway ancillary company stocks or something is what you're referring to. Maybe. क्या question था हमारा? Wipro and PNB. Yes. We'll look at Wipro and PNB and then I'll give you the levels according to me, and then we can maybe if we've got any questions left we can carry on. Otherwise we can call it a day or call it an afternoon. Too early to call it a day, right? Yeah, Wipro it's not looking very pleasant, to be very honest. I'll just add the moving averages also so we get a relative idea. And yeah, it's not looking very good. I mean, कैसा है कि यहाँ पे एक तो डिस्टॉर्ट करेगा, ये हटा देता हूँ थोड़ा सा. And we can see here itself it's sort of facing some price rejection from 400. So अगर 400 के ऊपर रह सकता है, if it's able to hold above 400, then maybe it's got a good chance. If it's not able to hold above 400, then I think yeah, it's probably likely to retest those lower levels. Next stock is PNB that you had asked, and PNB high in the sky trying to come down. देखते हैं. Typically with these type of stocks, what you do, what you can do rather, is that you can try to put the 20 MA. This can either be the simple moving average or it can be the exponential moving average. ये डाल सकते हो RSI पे 60 and 20 MA or so पे you can try to see if that momentum really is there, then it will take support. For instance, यहाँ पे उसने 20 MA का support लिया था. So like that. But otherwise you can see, with all that indicator debate, यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं that this is the 500 EMA. यहाँ पे we saw some consolidation, went down, we saw support from 250, 50 support, bounced up 20 and 500 support, and then it sort of went up. यहाँ पे एक sort of support भी बन गया था. So yeah, I mean, this is how they can work. For some, I'm sure it's not a very compelling argument. For others, maybe this is all they would really need to sort of understand the bigger picture. Weekly chart पे अगर देखते हैं, then weekly पे overall, yes, it's a breakout, but what I'm also a little concerned about is this level here, क्योंकि हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि ये वाला जो लेवल है अराउंड 55.5 से 65.5 का, बेसिकली ये 10 पॉइंट्स का लेवल है, which is probably closer to like 17-18% का band. यहाँ से if it's able to, you know, break free, then it might be a good sign. Otherwise, maybe we are likely to retest this level. PNB, actually, when I was doing my internship at an airline, tabhi one of my supervisors, you know, in the airline had PNB holdings, and we were discussing कि क्या हो रहा है stock के साथ and all. And that time PNB was, you know, they were really taking a beating. Monthly chart पे I think दिखेगा हमें. Yeah, it was here. This phase. This was the phase. जब भी वो मार खा रहा था अराउंड 2017 2018 के आसपास. सो that's how I remember this stock. So and practically उसके बाद मैंने सिर्फ एक बार स्कैल्प किया इधर यहाँ पे या यहाँ पे. उसके बाद I don't think I've really touched this stock that much, because again it doesn't make much sense. There are better stocks out there, unless आपको you know कोई ऐसा point मिल जाता है या ऐसा point मिल जाता है where you can capture at least this much of a move. Why bother looking at such levels? That's my view, of course, you know. Yeah, scams में actually that is when that whole thing happened, you know, when I was interning over there. तभी I think ये चौकसी और ये नीरव मोदी और सबका स्कैम हुआ था that time only. That's why it actually started falling, if I remember correct. What about Yes Bank? Yes Bank should be renamed to No Bank or Hell No Bank, because I really doubt it's got a very bright future ahead. It's been inching upwards from 1175 to 17. Problem क्या है? Lock-in है. अभी lock-in अगर है तो why would anyone put in that much money? So I don't really see the appeal in this stock. See, my logic is, you know, people always say कि अरे ये अच्छा एक स्मॉल कैप स्टॉक है, दिस लुक्स गुड, दैट लुक्स गुड. आई एम लाइक इतने सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं मार्केट में. इवन इफ यू गॉट let's say 4-5 lakh rupees to invest, which is typically a very handsome amount for most of the people, right? Most of the people who want to invest, they'll typically start by 50-100,000, not more than that. But मान लो 4-5 लाख भी है किसी के पास, फिर भी क्यों ऐसे स्टॉक्स में डालना है शौक के लिए डाल दो 4-5 हजार, बट व्हाई डू यू वांट टू पुट मोर? सो दैट्स टिपिकली माय philosophy. Are you aware of the Yes Bank scam? I am, yes. What happened there? A lot of quality controls and all quality control lapses. I'm aware of it. I just don't know exactly what happened. But you can possibly, you know, check it out. Maybe I can do a video on it, Parth. So if you're really interested, I'll sit research and I'll do a video on it if you want. I can do that. ITC for long term is a good investment. Wow. This is the first time that I'm hearing that question after a long time. Because ITC, you know, when it was making a buzz, it was making a very big buzz in the market when it was underperforming here and when it was underperforming here. जैसे अच्छा परफॉर्म करने लगा सब लोग भूल गए आईटीसी को एज एन इन्वेस्टमेंट, बिकॉज ऑल द पीपल हु वर पोस्टिंग ऑन सोशल मीडिया दैट आईटीसी बेस्ट, they started seeing some returns. So they're like, अभी किसको bother करना है, let's just enjoy the money probably. So yeah, lighter note of course, but yeah, ITC looks good. I mean, see, honestly, ITC का biggest hurdle that I remember was around 220 or so, 220 240 के आसपास. Yeah, this was a hurdle, and 240 के आसपास नहीं, 240 यहाँ पे आ गया ना. ये hurdle था एक. So once these two hurdles were broken, you can see it's just, it's just gone high in the sky. So yeah, देखते हैं. I mean, if it's going to continue doing like this, then obviously it's a good pick. I again, regardless of which stock I'm looking at, I try not to enter at very high levels, because मान लो कुछ हो जाता है, then uh, you end up being quite down MTM के हिसाब से. Might as well look at a position when something is down. And there are a lot of companies, some good companies. मैंने वीडियो में बात की थी REC, मैंने गलत वाला डाल दिया. REC Limited, ये वाला. This company, for instance, it's not looking very pleasant as of this week. But actually मैंने enter किया था यहाँ पे 99 के आसपास, and it's up 10%. एंड ऑब्वियसली मेरे को थोड़ी पता होने वाला था कि ऊपर जाने वाला है 10%. बट द रीजन व्हाई आई लुक्ड एट इज बिकॉज it appeared at a good level. I'll show you the moving average also, which is one of the basis for my trade in this. यहाँ पे वो consolidate कर रहा है. I felt there was a good chance if it's able to break above this consolidation and above 100. Plus this has a very lucrative dividend yield of around 13%. So made sense for a small position. So yeah, typically I'd look at such stocks instead of ITC. Maybe once ITC comes down, then I'll be interested. Yeah, it's a very strong company fundamentally. So one of my friends, uh, he was like, he's a fundamentals guy, investment guy. So मेरे को बोल रहा था, तूने कभी देखा है कि ITC का cash to book value कितना है? I'm like, no. He's like, just look at it once. And I don't remember the exact number, but I remember really wondering that how a company that has this much of cash is, so poorly valued in the market. But that's probably why it's starting to come back up now. Thanks Ravindra for upvoting the channel. Jaswant, I am an intraday trader. It's just that for the past couple of months, I've stopped intraday due to my exam and due to some other commitments. So yeah, I've always been an intraday trader. Very soon, this week itself, I should be back to intraday, and then I will be, updating you all about the trades as well, possibly. Must have given out loans without collateral. Like, yeah, I mean, सब होता रहता है यार. दैवी क्या करे? That is how that is how the world works. Even in India, even in other countries, these frauds keep on happening. FTX being the most recent one. क्या करे? Yes, Somesh, I do trade options. Again, अभी थोड़ा सा स्लो डाउन हो गया है मेरा ऑप्शंस का. अदरवाइज earlier, naked option buying, some unhedged, some non-directional strategies, some hedged strategies, all of those things I've done. These days थोड़ा सा slow हो गया है, but yeah, it'll be back this week. Yeah, यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं, this is Nifty. So my main level here that I can see, honestly, since Nifty ने यहाँ पे fail कर दिया, we're seeing that lower levels को ही उसने favor किया है towards the end of the day. So probably एक level यहाँ पे बन सकता है 580 के आसपास, and then a level here. If prices do end up going up, I feel 640 or so will be an important level to see, and then followed by 680. So my main nazar of sorts would be around these levels. यहाँ पे भी एक level बोल सकते हैं कि है, but ये level हमें उतना information नहीं देगा. What I'm most likely to see is price trying to go up from here or here, or is it trying to go down from here or here? So, or is it moving between these two levels? So that would be more interesting to me. Something similar for Bank Nifty also. यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं, this is a level for Bank Nifty. We can see this is also a level for Bank Nifty. देखते हैं whether it's able to break these levels, or if it tries to actually go above and tries to break above what's that 43,280 level. देखते हैं how it goes. And can you share hedging strategies while you start trading? So I have a live stream on YouTube, live stream recording on YouTube available of that. Playlists में अगर आप जाते हो, यहाँ पे किधर होगा, मेरा options का playlist है. Let me see. There's an options playlist somewhere here. Yeah, options ka playlist. Kya yaar? There we go. Nope, I forgotten to add that. Looks like live streams के playlist में रहेगा. Sorry for the stutter and all. एक minute. There is one here. Let me find it. ये क्या हो गया? Videos में जाके options जाता हूँ. Low risk डाला था मैंने. I think low risk is that the one. Yeah, this is the one. Low risk way to trade options in India. So you check that out, and there. While you're at it, you can also check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe or sub kar do. I'm sure it'll help you out also. It'll help me out also. And there we go. Oops. Wrong. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Any other questions? Please feel free to let me know. Next live stream will be day after tomorrow on Thursday. और थर्सडे के लाइव स्ट्रीम में हम लोग बात करेंगे. लेट मी जस्ट लोअर द माइक सो यू कैन एक्चुअली सी मी. थर्सडे के लाइव स्ट्रीम में हम लोग बात करेंगे हमारे एक्सपायरी की. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज हैपनिंग. फर्स्ट एक्सपायरी ऑफ डिसम्बर वील सी, वील अंडरस्टैंड. And yeah, as always, the questions and answers will always be there. So मिलते हैं हम लोग in the next live stream. Make sure you are following me on Creator also. 94 followers, very close to very close to 100. And of course on YouTube as well, where we're very close to 3200. So thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, happy trading, happy analysis, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.